Go.
You're listening to the glorious House of Gains podcast. Here's your host, Robert Frank. What's up, everybody? Robert Frank here with you. It is June 12th, 2019. And I am at the round table of testosterone, which is actually a square because we have a leaf in the middle of the table. To my right, we have the butcher, the baker, the donut maker, Joey NPC. What's up, Joe?
Another one.
To his right, we have the man that steers the ship, the host of This Week in Sports, the Pody. What's up, Ant?
You.
To his right, we have, she's got 3 love holes, and she's deflated. Becky, the love doll. Hello, Becky. How are you? She doesn't have a mic in front of her, but she is at the table. And to her right, we have the staple. He's thick in the midsection. He's looking rather thick tonight, too. If you're watching the live stream, really fucking thick. He's got to be 215 right now. We're going to talk about your cycle in a moment. He's thick in the midsection. Don't let him bang your daughter, because she'll need a C-section. Jacked man with the permanent tan. Ray Worldwide. What's up, Ray?
What's good, bro? How you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good.
You're in rather good spirits today. I like it.
I'm in really good spirits.
Everybody in the building, let's get it. Let's go.
So the reason why I'm in good spirits is because this weekend is birthday celebration.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be my what is it? My 23rd anniversary of my 18th birthday. And we have some shit lined up. Everything worked out great. I was a little bit worried in the beginning. It went through phases where I want to do something. I really want to fucking party. I want to spend a lot of money and just throw this big fucking party and have a lot of fun. And then it turned into, I don't want to fucking do anything. I don't want anybody going anywhere. I just want me and Marissa. And now everything turned around, so everything is perfect.
Yeah, you're the worst with that, too.
Did you ever notice that pretty much everything you wanted end up doing, right? We'll be months out. You'll say you want to do something.
Yeah.
Body power, for example.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you waste all this time being worried about it, and it leads up to exactly the way it was supposed to be.
Because I want everything to be perfect. And normally what happens is I hate last minute shit. I wanted to know what we were doing for my birthday a month ago. So this way, it's locked up, it's paid for if there was money involved. We'll tell the story about what happened on this particular birthday and this upcoming event, which costs no money, which is excellent, but we'll get into that in a moment. I just want everything to be perfect, and I like to have things planned out. You're a planner. You like to plan things.
Of course, but the thing I realized many, many years ago, I went to Cancun with a couple people, tried to organize it. It worked out, but by the 3rd spring break, we went to Cancun over and over. There was 20 of us, and I realized I couldn't keep it organized anymore. When there's too many people involved, you just can't control it. So
too many
in this
cooks
case,
in the kitchen.
There's 10 to 12 of us, whatever, going. You cannot lock up 12 people months out. Get them committed, know what they're doing. That's why people send wedding invitations months out. You just can't lock it up. It's too hard.
Well, I'm just glad that everything fucking worked out. And we'll get into that in a minute. And I have a special invite to all the podcast and live stream listeners right now. And we'll get into that in a little while. But I'm actually going to invite you guys out to fucking come hang out. No guarantees that I'm going to be able to do shots with you or anything like that, because I'm going to be doing a lot of drinking on my own. I'm actually really not drinking tonight, and I'm not going to drink tomorrow night in preparation. I'm getting myself trained. I have a little bit of Jack in the glass right now. But let's get to some iTunes reviews, because I blinked and we're almost at 850 reviews now on iTunes, and it's been a few weeks since we've read any of the feedback. So we have a 5-star review from WOC81. Says Swole is the fucking goal. Gets better every episode. Love the realness on the show. No bullshit. Listener/customer for life. Don't give up, Joe. I think you got some potential. Another one. So that is from WOC. Damn, Pody.
That's the Poder, a.k.a. #1 hater.
So this one comes in from L Fat Kid. He says, 5 stars. This was a great podcast. Hopefully it reminds people that celebrities are people too. A lot more privileged, but still people. Keep up the good work on the show, and can't wait to hear all the fellas next week. So That was a review that came after my solo podcast. I think that was episode 60 or 61. This one comes in from Demented Cowboy. Greatness at its finest. 5 stars. Always fun and entertaining to listen to. Always listen while at the gym instead of my own music now. So we're motivating this motherfucker instead of some Lamb of God or Hatebreed or Godsmack or whatever he listens to at the gym. And last one I'll read for right now, but we appreciate all these 5-star reviews, guys, but we just can't read every single one. This one comes in from Nageek24. 5 stars. Best favorite podcast. Don't ever stop the podcast. It's funny, genuine, and overall a great podcast. The guys are actually relatable, and it's fun to listen to. They joke about all kind of lifters, situations that everybody can relate to. So thank you, Nageek24. The iTunes reviews, I'd love to get to 1,000. I'm actually thinking of holding some kind of a giveaway or a contest, but the only way that you enter is by leaving us a review and screenshotting it and sending it to us somewhere. So we know. I'd love to get 1,000 reviews. That would be awesome. So
I got one of my friends actually last week, friend who I haven't seen in a couple years. He ended up having 2 kids and whatnot, and once you have kids, you don't really see your friends anymore. And meanwhile, I'm still going out.
yeah,
So the separation happens. Anyway, he messaged me. He found out we had a podcast. He said it reminded him of the Howard Stern show. He said it was a little sloppy. He gave us like some constructive criticism, saying it was a little sloppy, but it reminds him of the Howard Stern show and that he liked it overall. But I was trying to let him know that the sloppiness comes from we have the live stream and we're trying to interact with people and make it, so they can participate. That's where the sloppiness comes in, but we're willing to have that sloppiness in order to interact with people.
And also, we are not a professional radio broadcast.
It's a podcast,
It's a podcast. We're a bunch of bros. We're hanging out. We're chatting amongst ourselves, amongst the people in the live chat, just like Joe said. So, our show isn't going to be as crisp as people would, expect a major broadcast.
And even Joe Rogan's show, Rob mentioned last week, the guy fucking cracks a beer open or whatever.
Cracks beers, sodas. You listen to 15 minutes of the Fighter and the Kid podcast, which is one of the top podcasts in the world. It's people talking over each other, fucking laughing while people are trying to...
Podcasts are like you're a fly on the wall,
Yeah.
and you're part of this conversation that you can hear. That's the purpose of podcasts. They're not like as professional, so maybe he just doesn't know how podcasts work.
Someone in the live stream made a good point too. It's not so much that it's sloppy; it's raw. We don't really. There's not much editing that goes into this.
There's zero editing that goes on this podcast.
Yeah, it's just straight raw. And
I think we had to edit one time when one of our guests dropped an F-bomb, but and it wasn't the fuck bomb either. It was the other one that ends with a T. So anyway, Big Brendan in the live stream with the dono. He said, let's get it, let's go. So thank you so much, Brendan. And let's get to the Patreon, okay? Patreon.com/RobertFrank615. The membership is increasing each and every day. You guys are fucking awesome. And there's a couple news and nuggets that I will bring up about that. But let me give a big shout out to all the new Patreons that have joined us since last week's podcast. We have John Gonzalez, Jeff Eisman, Kevin Marmette, Joey Kingpin. I really hope that's your last name, Joey, because that's awesome. Joey Kingpin, William Hoyt, Dylan Lafferty, Dawson K, Pierre Montcleef, Richard Sharp, and Jennifer Liu. And I believe Jennifer is our first female Patreon.
I was going to say. It's a
broasis in Patreon, but it's all good, man. So we appreciate each and every one of you Patreons. And let me give a big shout out because one of the perks of we have a new tier. It's called God Amongst Men. And this is all coming from the conversation that I had with Patreon. They gave me some recommendations of what to do to really make the Patreon thing a successful venture. We started a new tier. It's called God Amongst Men. It is $30 a month, but that is the highest tier. We're not going any higher than that. And that is an all-access tier. And each and every week, every member of the God Amongst Men tier will get a personal shout-out on this show. So I want to give a big shout-out to Dylan Lafferty, Hank Bowers, our man Zach G, who is probably in the live stream right now, but I haven't seen him yet. But Zach G, Damian McCoy, Chris Henderham, and Anthony Capola. They are all $30 tier members, God Amongst Men on the Patreon, and that is a big investment. For people to drop $1 a day, essentially to be a part of your revolution or whatever the fuck we're calling this Patreon
It's
thing.
like another gym membership, basically.
It really is.
Although, essentially, you are a gym membership. You motivate people to get in shape. Look what you're doing to me. I look tired as shit right now on this camera because I wake up super early, and also because I'm barely eating fucking any sugar, any of that shit, but you motivate people.
But it's also super exciting too with this Patreon, some of the things that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Some of the skits and some of the things that we're going to be dropping. So it's going to be really nice to be unfiltered on Patreon and do some of the crazy shit that we want to do.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to
I'm really looking forward to that. I got some things in the works, and I know right now most of the videos that I'm dropping are like more cooking videos and shit like that. But we're going to get into some creative content that I'm not going to be posting anywhere else. Another thing that I want to mention too about the Patreon, there is a $2 tier, $2 a month. And it's called Tip Jar. And this was a recommendation that we got from Patreon. If you guys, there's really no benefit other than some things that I'm going to throw out there for every tier member. But the Tip Jar is just for the bros and broettes out there that maybe listen to the podcast, that enjoy what we do. They enjoy the time that we take. That we entertain them each and every Wednesday. We get them through a gym workout or their commute back and forth to work. And they just want to say, you know what? These guys fucking kick ass, man. Here's $2. We don't want to join the $5 or $10 or $30 tier. Here's $2. Fucking go buy yourself a coffee. I appreciate what you do. So we started that tier as well. I don't know why my phone is saying verifying update right now, but if my phone's going to update, that's going to be a problem because then I'm not going to be able to read any of the live stream stuff. But I bet you the Pody will be able to fill in for that. So that's Patreon, guys. Patreon.com/RobertFrank615 and join the fucking party. Now, another thing, too, that I want to bring up before we really get into today's show. I mentioned briefly last week that I was a guest on the Modern... what was it called? The Modern Something podcast. I'll remember the name in a moment. But one of the things that me and the host talked about was with podcasts, you have a very loyal fan base. And you rely on your loyal fan base and word of mouth and people talking about the podcast to spread the word of the podcast. There's no such thing as virality with podcasts. An episode of a podcast isn't going to go viral. It's not like you strike gold with a video and you get 50 million views. I bet you there's no podcast in the world that has 50 million downloads. You know what I mean? And podcasts have been around forever. So it's really a niche audience, and it really relies on you guys to tell a bro, tell a hoe, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, yo, this Glorious House of Games podcast, man, is pretty fucking good. So we appreciate you guys spreading the word. So I did want to bring that up. And it is true, because what fucking podcast out there has 50 fucking million views? There's probably not. We do have a donation that came in from Foxcast Media. This is a very glorious, highly glorious donation. Thank you so much. It says, Car Guy channel that's getting those gains 7 days a week. Keep doing what you do, brother. I am rocking out the Patreon as well. Let me know if I can help. So that comes from Foxcast Media. So thank you, brother. We appreciate that. Yeah, we're new to this Patreon game, man, and we will get to we'll get some more benefits kicking up very soon, and we're gonna make it a really fucking big thing. Another thing too, Cameos, guys. Cameo.com/RobertFrank615. I broke the audio somehow on my phone. I don't even know if the live stream can hear me really well right now because my phone audio, when I try to use the Cameo app, it's muffled and sounds crazy. So I actually went to your old stomping grounds, Ray Worldwide, yesterday in Bridgewater Mall, and I stopped in one of the stores there that you used to be an employee of, and I got myself a new phone. So it's going to be delivered tomorrow, and I will bang out the Cameos. I have 16 Cameos in the fucking queue, and it's all Father's Day shit. Yo, could you wish my fucking brother happy Father's Day? He's a big fan. He's got a 2-year-old. His name is Trevor, and, you know, he really likes fucking swimming, and, you know, his dog's name is Roxy. Could you fucking give us a shout out? So, yes, Cameo.com/RobertFrank615. I will be knocking all those Cameos out before Father's Day. Don't you fucking worry. Another quick dono comes in from our man Damian McCoy. What's up, bros? Damian is a God Amongst Men member of the Patreon, so we appreciate you, Damien.
Where did you get the term God Amongst Men?
God Amongst Men is a Joey Bag of Donuts term.
That's right.
He's said that quite a few times. It's stuck. It's catchy. I think I'm going to do a t-shirt.
I wonder why Joey Bag of Donuts would ever say that.
It's a confidence thing.
Right.
It's something I've used for a very long time, that you have to always think you're a God amongst men. And this applies to men and women. You just have to think you're the best. Whether you're the best or you're not, it doesn't matter. As long as you believe that you're the best, ultimately you could become the best. And that's the mentality I've been using as everyone keeps laughing at me. I'm 2 weeks into this diet.
Joe,
now.
we're laughing with you.
People
brother.
keep saying, you ain't gonna do shit. But I'm a god and you're just a little peasant. Especially the Pody over here.
But Joe, who's got your back? Who's got your back?
Ray has been very supportive.
And you've been let down every time.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's a good thing, though, because even though he's been let down, that feeling he's going to get when he's not let down, and I just astonish everybody, he's going to be there, and the first person that gets a hug when I'm shredded in my mankini is going to be Ray. Everyone else can fuck themselves.
Let's go.
All right, so we have a dono from Wade James, who says, he leaves a comment, follow-up. It says, love the podcast, Robin Bros. Tell my buddy Drew Peacock to get his ass to the gym. Keep it real, bros. So, Drew Peacock, get your fucking ass to the gym.
With a last name like that, you better get your fucking ass to the gym.
So, we have a new segment on the Patreon called Ask the Bros. And every Wednesday morning, I put up a little graphic or a little questionnaire, said, hey, ask the bros some questions and we'll read them on the podcast. And my phone right now that I use, my little side phone, my side piece phone, this is the phone that I have all my side pieces fucking smash me out on, is updating for some reason. I have no fucking idea why. So I can't get into the Patreon just yet. So that segment will be later on in the show. So... the update will be done in a few minutes. Okay, perfect. So, last week, I announced two winners. A Twitter winner and an Instagram winner for the caption contest. Actually, it wasn't a caption contest. It was just a, hey, tag a bro, tag a ho, and follow Robert_Frank, and you're going to win a bunch of shit. And our man, Forza Koza on Twitter, and Tortega Puccio on Instagram never fucking reached out to me. Why is that? Because they don't listen to the podcast. They're bad. So they miss out on a lot of free shit. So new winners. And you have 48 hours to reach out to me by Friday night at about 11 p.m. You better be in my fucking DM saying, hey, I heard my name, I won, give me my shit. So, Instagram winner is, and I made sure that they followed all the instructions, all the rules and regulations. Instagram winner is at Fox Raven Ent. Fox and Raven Ent. You are the Instagram winner.
That name sounds familiar.
Fox and Raven.
So I'll be shocked if this individual doesn't listen.
And Twitter winner, your Twitter handle is, now the Instagram is a little bit more of a, is a little higher priced value of the winner. You're getting a $100 Visa gift card, you're getting a hoodie, you're getting a t-shirt, and you're getting a tub of Charged AF, which is available at steelsub615.com. Discount code RF10 for you guys that don't know. And the Twitter winner, who is going to get a tub of Charged AF, a podcast hoodie, and a t-shirt. You are not going to get, my gum just went everywhere. You are not going to get a $100 Visa gift card, Twitter. I cannot afford to give $200 out for this contest. But you are going to get what I said earlier, which is the hoodie, the t-shirt, and the Charged. Your name is I'm_not_Chris. So Twitter, I'm_not_Chris. You are the Twitter winner. You and Fox and Raven Ent have 48 hours to reach out to me or one of the bros and say, hey, motherfucker, I heard my name. I won some shit. Give it to me.
I'm going to feel real bad if Fox and Raven doesn't respond in 48 hours.
Yeah.
Because he does listen to the podcast. Obviously, we've never met him before, but it's going to suck because I know he listens. So if he listens outside of that window, I'll feel bad, but it is what it is. Those are the rules.
Yeah, I'll feel bad too. And there was a rhyme or reason. I just wasn't picking names. I was doing a little scroll thing. I was doing a little letter thing. And Fox and Raven and I Am Not Chris just happened to be the winners. Now, this is it. If Fox and Raven and I am Not Chris do not reach out to me, those prizes are going to get added on to another contest that we're doing. Yeah, because listen, we can't be doing this every week. These motherfuckers should be listening to the podcast. It's like brushing your teeth. It's like putting on your clothes. It's like going to work. It's
cheating on your wife.
Cheating on your wife. It's shit that you should be doing anyway. So don't say, "Oh, that's not fair. I got to listen to your podcast." You fucking asshole. You should be doing it anyway. $5 dono from our man Christian says, "Cannot believe I didn't see you guys at the Allentown NPC show. Keep grinding, Joe." Yeah, Christian was there. We were there. Me, Joey Bags, and Beard So Strong were in the house with our girl Britt Broad and Lorene.
The sanitation worker?
Not sure. Christian, are you a sanitation worker? Let us know in the comments below.
I also noticed another comment in there said something along the lines of, "Good luck, Joe, you fat piece of shit." Something along those lines.
Damn. I see Zach G, Big Papa Pump, Crosswhite 276 in the house as well. I see the mods. Big Papa Pump, if I did not say that already, I'm pretty sure I did. But the mods are in the house doing their thing. So this weekend is Robert Frank 615's birthday. And we are going to fucking party. Now, as I said in the beginning of the show, sometimes I go through mood swings. And it's the trend. I know it's the trend. But I'm up, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down. I just happen to be in an up mode right now. And I'm just very happy that we got everything done that we were supposed to get done for this weekend. Everything worked out perfectly. And I am going to be inviting all you guys, well, I'm going to let you know where we're going to be, to fucking come and say what's up, man. And if I'm not already passed out drunk, I'll fucking do a shot with you. We'll do pictures, we'll do everything. And I promise you guys that if I am not in the best shape to do a shot, either Beard So Strong or Ray Worldwide or Joey Bags or so one of the other, my wife, someone else will do a shot with you on video, do a little Insta story, whatever. But so as this Robert Frank 615 thing started really taking off, we've made some pretty good contact places, right? We made a couple contacts in AC. We have a couple contacts in Florida, Vegas. We found some contacts. And when you're going through all these contacts to try to figure out what you're going to do for a birthday, listen, we want to do VIP. We want a booth. We want bottles. We want somewhere to sit. We want a home base. We don't want to be in the middle of a dance floor with our drink in our hand like we're holding a trophy, right? We want to be comfortable and kind of be in our own little area. And when we want to go out on the dance floor and do whatever we want to do, usually it's the girls that do that anyway. They could go do their thing.
And it's not because it's Robert Frank and Company.
No.
We've been doing that for
Forever.
a very long time, way before Robert Frank was Robert Frank. And it's because we're a little bit older. Like, we're over we've been in bars when we were younger where you walk in and you can't walk and you're shoulder to shoulder and you're trying to pick up a girl next to you and all that shit. We've been there already. We don't like doing that shit anymore. That's your early 20s. I say after like 25, that shit gets old. You still want to go out, but you just don't want to be clustered in that. You don't want to wait.
A little bit of elbow.
You don't want 3 deep at the bar. Like, I don't want to spend half my night at the bar trying to get a drink.
Yeah.
Because I'm the third row back, waving a bill. Take my drink, my drink.
That's the problem.
So that's the problem. I'd rather drink at a home base, go out where the whole crowd is if I want to, and then go back to the home base and repeat. So that makes it convenient. We've been doing that for years.
Yeah, me and Ray, I could remember way back to when we fucking would do VIP at like the Casbah or Chris Michaels, and this is back in the early 2000s, 2001, 2002.
Yes, sir.
We did bottle service type shit. We've always done it, so it's just what we do. And again, it's not because we're better than anybody or we just don't care about money or anything, but it's just when you go out, you like to be comfortable, man. And there are some situations where it's not called for. If you're going to a local bar, a couple of the places that we go to locally, you don't need VIP. But what happens? You're standing at the fucking bar with a $100 bill in between your two fucking fingers, and you're hoping that a bartender catches eyes with you. and to get a drink. And sometimes it's 30 seconds, sometimes it's 3 minutes. And my 3 minutes always feels like it's 20 minutes, and I start throwing.
You are the most impatient
I'm
person.
the most impatient person.
I got pissed.
You can't wait for anything.
2 weeks ago, I started saying some really fucked up stuff at the bar because I was so pissed off because we were waiting forever. I just hate that shit. I don't want to do that. I just want to drink.
And here's the secret. I've been doing this for a long time. And Rob even does it. If you're out, especially if you're a younger guy and you're at like in a college town, college drinks are cheap. We know, we've been there. If you order a Bud Light or a Bud and it costs you $4, pay $15 for it.
Yeah.
Pay $20 for it.
The
first time. Because that bartender that, hooked you up or, they gave you that drink will know that, I need to take care of my man next time, he comes up to the bar.
Normally what I do when we're at a new place, if we're going to a new bar, or wherever we go, the first round of drinks that I get, I always leave a stupid tip where the bartender is looking at you like, yo, are you sure? Like the bill may come to $40, I'll leave him a $100 bill, give him $60 tip and be like, that's for you. But that's for you, but motherfucker, remember my face.
Yeah, remember.
Because next time I come up to the bar, I want you to pass Tom, Dick, and Harry that have been sitting there for 5 minutes because I want my fucking drink.
That's what I was getting to, yep.
So that's what you got to do. It's called greasing the bartender.
When we've noticed this when traveling to other countries. A lot of other countries, they don't tip. So if you go to a bar, we were in London the one year.
Yeah, London, they don't tip there.
We tipped the guy, a decent amount of money, and they don't tip at all over there. This guy was trying to bring us bottles, and we didn't even have bottle service.
Dude, he basically wanted to blow us. He was
crazy.
And it was a $5 tip. It was like, the bill came to like $15, and we left him at 20, and he's like, oh my God.
But they don't tip there.
Yeah.
So he's like, listen, I'll give you anything you want. Come back tomorrow, come back later. We're like, Jesus Christ. And when I used to go to Mexico when we were younger, I used to always bring a wad of singles to the bars because in Mexico and like a lot of resorts, they have like water in the fucking bottles on top of the liquor. So if you give them extra money, most people all inclusive, they don't tip a lot of the times. You keep throwing them a couple bucks each drink, you get fucked up. They'll pour a lot heavier and they come up to you. So always tip bartenders. And I've never been a fucking bartender. Have any of you been bartenders before?
No, never.
It's just common courtesy. You want drinks, you tip people.
Yeah. And I'm like that. Anybody that's doing a service for you, whether it's the fucking cable guy that comes to like fix something, I always throw him a couple bucks. Marissa, my fucking cheap ass wife, she gets Peapod. I don't know if you guys know what Peapod is out there, but Peapod, there's a grocery store out in New Jersey. It's called Stop and Shop. I know they're up and down the East Coast. I don't know how much in the middle or Western country that they are, but anyway, there's a store called Stop and Shop, and they have a home delivery service. And because Marissa's been on her fucking her boot in her, she can't walk, it's hard for her to go to the store, so she gets groceries delivered to her. This motherfucker rings the doorbell, what was it, yesterday or the day before? He's got 6 bags in each hand, right? And with his 2 fingers of his left or right hand, I forget which one, he was also holding a 24-pack of water, of like, bottled water. So this dude is like sitting there sweating his fucking balls off. Marissa's got $3 on the top of the couch. And I'm like...
Yo, let me tell you something. And I've noticed, too, when we've gone out with her, she is a cheap fuck.
Holy shit.
I remember we went to a club. It was maybe the 2nd annual Robert Frank Christmas party.
Oh, my God.
And she was like, whoa, like, don't order too much food and then tip on top. Well, I'm like,
Dude.
What the fuck? They're serving us food. Do you want it to come out covered in spit? Man, if I was that same grocery bag guy next week, I'd drop all that shit on the ground and stomp on it before I brought it to your door. $3. That's not even a gallon of gas.
Listen, I love her, but she is the most frugal person on the fucking planet. She dissects, like, when you just get a bill, like, you go out to Applebee's or something and you get a bill, the bill could be $15. She dissects the whole thing to make sure that everything was rang up properly, and then she double checks with the menu these boneless wings, they charge us $5.99. I'm pretty sure they were $4.99. Hold on a second. Excuse me, can I get a menu? I just want to see a menu. And then she matches up, like, this kind of shit. The worst embarrassment I ever get. The worst embarrassment I ever get in my life. And bros, you guys know the deal out there. the store Express in the mall. Chicks get coupons and little things emailed to them all the time where it's save 15 off 30 or save 50 off 100 or save this off of this. And the way that Express does their pricing, they're very smart. They do it where shit will come to $49.99. So then you have to buy like a little fucking thing of lip gloss or something just to get over the $50 to use that coupon. Every bro out there knows what I'm talking about. Marissa is standing there with 15 coupons in her hand and her phone that has all the email coupons that she gets, and she's trying to figure out which one is going to save her the most money while there's a fucking line of people wrapped around the fucking thing, and she does not give a fuck. And I'm like, Marissa, it's $2 fucking. Please, just give them a coupon. And then she gets mad at me, and then she throws a fucking hissy fit. It is the most embarrassing thing in the world. I feel so bad because the people behind you
enjoy this shit while you can. Before she starts having a taste for the finer things in life, you know, your Gucci's and Dolce Gabbanas and all of that shit, you're starting to do like this, you better enjoy that shit while you can.
Hey, listen, as long as it doesn't, I
don't
want to be embarrassed in public. Because chances are, you're in the store Express. Express is like a younger person. When I say younger, I probably mean like, there are 50-year-olds that shop at Express, but I'm probably saying, like, you know, you're usually at your 20-year-olds, your 30-year-olds, teens, late teens. Those kind of people shop at Express. Usually, on a weekend, boyfriends and girlfriends go to the mall together, or husband and wives go together. It's like, you know, you're running errands, you go together. Chances are, of a line of 20 people that are backed up because Marissa's fucking holding the line up, chances are one of those people knows who Robert Frank is. And they got their fucking phones out, and they're like, this motherfucker's holding up the line for $3 fucking. And I'm like, that's just what I need, you know what I mean? So, Marissa, don't worry, here's your $3. I'll pay you double. So anyway, let's get back to this weekend. So what I was saying was, we make contacts everywhere we go. It's just, we get lucky. A lot of times, Vinny Bag Chips, with his mouth and gift the gab, he talks to people, he gets connections. Ray Worldwide, the same thing, he meets people, he starts talking. Before you know it, we got 10 numbers in our phone with people that have connections to this club, that club, that club, that club. So we decided that we were going to do Atlantic City, New Jersey, because it's my home away from home. And I'm like, if it's my birthday, I'm going to do something I want to do. Go somewhere I want to go. So it's up to everybody else to want to come with me. So there were a couple different clubs in AC. Pretty much every casino has their own nightclub, right? There's the Harris Pool, there's HQ at Ocean, there's Dare at the Hard Rock, there's, what's the one at Tropicana? There's the one that we went to, I think, for your birthday a couple years ago.
Fuck.
Yeah, they have the Providence, right? Providence, the Golden Nugget has their own. So every casino has like their version of like whatever their nightclub is. So we're going back and forth, trying to figure out what's going to be the best deal, who's going to be able to give us the best hookup, and this and that. And not that we're looking for a hookup or that we want anything, but we're looking, you know, we have 10, 12, 15 people going. We want to make sure that we're getting the best shit.
Yeah, but it also adds up when you figure travel, hotel stay.
Yeah.
You know, tolls, and then we're going to eat dinner. I mean, shit adds up quick.
You don't want it to end up being a fucking $1,000 night, you know what I mean? So basically what happened is I was on it, Ray Worldwide was on it, I had somebody else on it. I have my publicist on it. We're all reaching out to different people, and we're trying to make connections. Now, for Beard So Strong's birthday back in November, we actually got hooked up at this nightclub called HQ. And it was, the guy hooked it up where it was supposed to be a $1,500 minimum, and he gave us a $500 minimum. He said, dude, as long as you guys, and it was like 15 of us. He was like, as long as you spend $500, fucking you guys are good. And a bottle there starts at $400, so you're easily going to spend $500. So we're going around. I remember getting this DM months ago from this guy that says, hey, I work at this nightclub. I'd love to hook you guys up. So I was like, where is that fucking DM? So I'm scrolling back through the group chats. We keep all the contacts in one spot. So anyway, I found it. I reached out to the dude, and he gave me this fucking peasant price that I was like, wait, Joey was like, that's a fucking hookup? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, so wait a minute, let me just double check with this dude. So I double check with him. I'm like, hey, are these the prices that you're giving to me, or are these the prices that you give everybody else? Like, these are standard prices. Because when you say the word hookup, I shouldn't be getting the prices that everybody else gets. Not that I'm anybody special, but When you use the word hookup, that should mean that there is some kind of a price break. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Okay. So as long as we're on the same page with that, and I'm not big timing anybody. So we're going back and forth. Now my publicist has a deal on the table with another one of the nightclubs that's in AC. And they were going to comp the whole thing. I think it was 2 bottles, up to 12 people, 2 bottles, and they were going to pay me an appearance fee. The appearance fee was 4 figures. I'll even say the number. It was $5,000. They were going to give me to show up to this thing. 2 bottles, the whole night was free. However, there were stipulations involved. The stipulations were 2 main page Instagram posts between now and Friday, a story every day on my Instagram between now, well, actually yesterday was Tuesday, between Tuesday and Friday. So I would have had to do a story Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the day of. 3 stories live at the club, like, yo, I'm at blah, 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 and everybody having fun. There was a Twitter main page post. There were 2 Facebook main page posts and Facebook stories. Snapchat. They laid all this out. And I'm like, wait a minute. That ain't worth $5,000. You know what I mean? So
you do realize that everyone that's listening is probably like, you dumb motherfucker.
It's worth $5,000.
But here's the problem.
Explain to him, Joe.
The problem is several things. Number 1, you're going to lose followers, and that has a monetary value because people are going to get annoyed and they're going to see right through you, and they're going to be like, you fucking sell out. As a matter of fact,
exactly.
In the group chat, well, not the group chat, in the fucking live stream like 15 minutes ago, someone called you a sellout because you were talking about Patreon.
Really?
Yeah. Now, again, people don't understand. Rob's resorted to Patreon because he can't have unfiltered shit anymore, and the only way he gets excited to even be able to post content is by having some raw, unedited content that he uses for Patreon now, and he can put his more censored shit on the other platforms. Otherwise, if he doesn't have Patreon at this point, he's not motivated. And I don't know if you could tell in the last couple weeks, he's a lot more positive, and that's because of that shit. So he's not a sellout. And I mean, realistically, do you really think the fucking $10 and $20 is really fucking doing anything? No. I mean, you have to have price tiers on there, but it's not like he's fucking putting a $100 tier on there. So give me a break. But you lose the followers, and that has a monetary value. But I think more importantly is you're taking that dollar amount, and now you're sacrificing your night. If you know Rob, this guy drinks. It's his 41st birthday. He's going to be with all of his friends. Do you think he wants to spend the fucking night making sure he posts and he does stories and they don't get removed, and he sacrifices the whole night for that? And if you know anything about content creators or influencers, whatever you want to call it, once you post something, you do nothing but monitor the fucking post to see how many people were commenting on there. He's going to waste his whole fucking night. Not in reality. He's going to be on the internet.
I'm going to be in social media land instead
so
of
that's
enjoying
not,
my
that's,
party.
We want him to be present. So it is not worth it. And finally, the money that he now makes, while $5,000 might sound like a lot to your average Joe, it's a different world now that he's in. So that's realistically not worth all those things I just mentioned.
3 years ago, I would have posted three fucking main page posts a day.
He would have, 3 years ago,
I'd be like, I'll do 20 posts.
He would have posted his dick for $5,000.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just a different world it is now, but that's just the way it goes. So I'm actually glad we didn't go that route.
Right, yeah. So, anyways, guys, we ended up getting a really a great hookup from a club in AC. It's in the Ocean Casino. It's called HQ. HQ2 is actually the exact name of the nightclub. So, here's what I want to say. For most of us, anyway, we are about a 2-hour drive away from AC. And it is my birthday and our party that we're doing. And we are willing to make a 2-hour drive. If you are within a 2-hour distance of Atlantic City, New Jersey, and you have some, what's the word I'm looking for? Expendable income. You got a couple bucks, disposable income, there you go. Laying around, you got a couple $100 that you can afford a room, or, even if you do something off the strip for like $30 a night, or if you want to drive home at the end of the night, I mean, that's up to you. If you want to get a DUI, that ain't my DUI, it's your DUI. But anyway, we will be at the HQ2 nightclub on Friday night, June 14th. We're probably going to roll in about midnight or so, and we'll probably be there until at least, 3, 4 in the morning, I would say. Something like that.
I would say 12 to 3 is probably a safe bet for sure.
12 to 3. So, if you guys are there, I am going to let the head of security know, who I made a contact with. I'm going to let them know that I may have some people that want to fucking stop by and say what's up. So if you guys are in the area, you guys want to go to HQ, you guys want to hang out, you want to do some shots with Ray Worldwide, he's not going to turn down a shot, ladies and gentlemen. So come on down and say what's up.
It depends what time you catch this guy, because I've seen Ray Worldwide at his worst. And it was Rob's wedding, and this guy was going hard in the beginning.
Ooh.
And then after a couple hours, he was French toast.
French toast.
He was toast.
Joe, it was good.
You were hammered.
Yeah, I was on cruise control. Though,
so if someone finds you at 2:30 in the morning, you're gonna do what you said last time. You fake drink it and throw it over your shoulder. Don't do that. Don't waste people's AC money.
Yeah.
I did invite a couple people from work. I told them we'd be there.
Sure.
So might have some people from work stop by and say hi. But yeah, anyone who wants to come by, of course. And rooms on a Friday night are not terribly priced.
No.
You can probably get a room for like $150. And again, maybe that sounds like a lot, but realistically, AC on a
for
weekend,
Atlantic City on a weekend,
that same room on a Saturday night is $450.
Yeah.
So Friday nights aren't bad.
Yeah, Friday night, and again, you guys could even stay. You don't have to stay in the exact hotel. You could fucking, like I said, go off the strip for $30-$40 a night, get yourself a $10 Uber, $15 Uber in there, $15 back, and then, I mean, it all depends on what you think is worth it. And I'm big on convenience, so I would rather stay somewhere than have to do all that shit. But if you do, you do. Anyway, I have my Patreon up right now. We are going to go through the Ask the Bros segment. So, Spencer Bird says, are you guys picking new winners for the giveaway? And yes, we already did. We gave away Fox and Raven Ent, and I Am Not Chris on Twitter are the new winners, and they have 48 hours to reach out to one of the bros. This one comes in from our man Austin Thomas, says, what is the bros' favorite supplement from Steel? I'll go first. My favorite right now has to be, just based on my age and my drinking habits, Hard AF is probably my favorite supplement, which is the erection formula, male enhancement. 2 pills of Hard AF after a night of drinking gets the sausage ready to go, baby. And pre-workout, I'm really digging the Popsicle Amped and the Candy Bliss Charged. My favorite flavor of all the pre-workouts, so if you guys are flavor whores and like flavor means something to you, go Black Cherry Sherbet Amped AF. That shit is fucking delicious. But you guys know me, I'm a stimulant junkie, so I need fucking caffeine. My body runs on caffeine, nicotine, and cocaine. And yeah, so that is the answer there. Ray Worldwide, what's your favorite Steel product?
Pre-workout. I probably should try to focus, but the pre-workout, because I go hard, man. I'm always running. I'm always on the move, so sometimes you need a little pep. Take some pre-workout.
You prefer the amped or the charged? Doesn't matter. Either or?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, what I found out is amped and charged both have 300 milligrams of caffeine in them. The caffeine content is the same, but amped has a couple other, stimulants in them, which make it a little bit of a harder product. You sweat a little bit more focus, and you get a little bit of that jittery feeling, which I enjoy because it makes me feel alive. But Joey Bags, what's your favorite Steel product?
Pre-workout. I've done a bunch of the flavors. I'm kind of looking forward to. So right now I like Candy Bliss.
Yeah.
But they're coming out with a new flavor. You aware of this?
Which one is that?
It's like on the cover, it's like an orange peel and like a lemon or some shit.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that sounds good. They used to have a blood orange. I don't know, charged. I don't know if they still carry that one or not.
They have. They just showed it, I want to say, yesterday on an Instagram story. It was coming right off the press. They grabbed it. They showed it to the camera. I don't recall the name of the flavor, but it looks like almost like a fruity type of flavor. I don't know what the fuck it's going to be, but anything pre-workout I like from them.
Sean Darson says, Rob, save all these Patreon dollars for the glorious House of Gains gym, bro. Joey Bag of Gains. Let's go.
Yeah, buy me a fucking membership, bro.
Yeah, let's
Start
go.
a Patreon account for my gym membership. This shit's gonna get expensive. The food is getting expensive.
The food is expensive.
My wife told me, she's like, I'm not going to the grocery store with you anymore. I go every fucking day with you. I was like, because one, I want fresh meat. If you're eating fucking chicken thighs every fucking day, I can't be buying like 12 packs and then letting it sit in the refrigerator. It's fucking disgusting. So I've been going to the grocery store like every single day. Oh, there it is. It's fruit punch flavor.
Oh, it's a BCAA. It's not a pre-workout, though.
Yeah, well, whatever. I like flavors. But anyway, yeah, man, that shit's expensive.
Eric Perez says, what do you bros do for a living? I'll go first. I'm Robert Frank 615, and I am a content creator. Joey Bags, what do you do?
I really prefer not to talk about it. But,
okay. You want to give it generalized? Like, what do you do?
Generalized. I work for a Fortune 500 company. I work in an office. You can consider me, a title would be an account manager. And, yeah, that's about all I want to give out. Okay, cool. Ray Worldwide, living, you prefer to say?
Trade shows, man. I'm a trade show manager.
He's a trade show manager. So, Vegan Lee says, after Joey Bag of Donuts does his show, is there going to be some sort of after party? If so, I'll make the trip from Ohio. So that's part number one. Of course, there's got to be, right?
I mean, if I was going to say at a Wendy's, because most people after they do a show eat like a food that they've been craving for a while. Yeah. And I just know that I'm probably going to want Wendy's. I mean, I was arguing with my family on Monday at my dad's birthday party. You know, my mom I went to my parents' house. On the table, they had fucking cake and fruit and all this shit. And my mom's like, are you going to eat any of this? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to eat any of this shit. Like, I told you what I'm doing. Like, no one fucking believes me. So I didn't eat any of it. I went home after that and I fucking do my routine. Like, I've been doing, I have a fucking water in front of me right now. I've been drinking every type of fucking bottled water, box water, anything to make it feel like I'm doing something different. Even though I know it's still water, it just helps me get by each day, because when that's all you're drinking and you're eating the same shit, you just try to, mix it up. But I'm dead ass serious and nobody believes me. And it's not even motivating for me because I'm beyond that at this point. I already said I was doing this.
Is there going to be a fucking after party? That's what we.
Yeah, there will be an after party.
Okay, there will be an after party, and we'll figure out where it's going.
I don't know where
it's going to be somewhere.
Yeah,
we'll start out at Wendy's, and then we'll move on to somewhere.
I mean, in all seriousness, is it likely that right after the show I'm going to feel sick as fuck? Like, can I realistically go party that night? You know what I mean?
You're going to be fine. Let's just say that this is probably going to be a night show thing. We know now that the bodybuilders go first. So you're going to be one of the first motherfuckers on there. And probably within the first hour or two of the show, if the doors open at 6, they start the show at 6:30, you're going to be done by 8:30, let's say tops. 8:30 gives us plenty of time to get back home. 9:30, shower up, change. You probably hit the Wendy's drive-thru on your way home, right?
I think I would just, I probably wouldn't do that immediately, maybe the next day. Yeah. But yeah, we can go.
You're going to want something,
bar.
But yeah.
We go to a bar.
We could be anywhere, probably 10:30 the latest. And it's going to be on a Saturday.
Not wearing a fucking shirt. I'm going sleeveless fucking
shirt.
Yeah,
buddy, let's go.
And I'm just going to constantly lift up my shirt and look around and point at people and be like, yeah, you wish.
He also says, thanks to the bros for inspiring me and some of the guys here in Columbus to start a podcast. Much love from the Bro Hammer podcast. So thank you so much, brother. We appreciate that. Colin Boston says, Pody, what are the odds you would give on Joey Bags coming first in his show? No pressure. So Joey Bags coming in first place.
0.
Damn.
Less than 0. If that's possible.
And again, this is what I mean.
Pody's a hater, man.
When my song comes on for 2 minutes of posing, you better believe it will be dedicated to all the haters.
He's gonna point to each and every one.
I will be pointing. My routine will literally be designed to point at each one of you pathetic fucking people, and my song will include the word hater many, many times.
This song will also not include you because you will not show up.
See?
Damn, we still have doubters out there, Joe.
And that's fine.
And Pody's not the only one.
He might not be there because I might bury his fucking body before the show.
Come on.
I can see Joe, every pose that he does is be like...
Oh, it's going to be.
Yeah,
it's going to be right.
It's going to be a flex with a point at the same time.
Boom.
Dawson K wants to know, does Pody have any wild weekends?
No, not usually. I'm a quiet guy, unfortunately. I've got Crohn's disease, so that keeps me in the house most days. So yeah, but
With
I'm
Crohn's,
still young.
you can't
I'm still young.
you can't drink like fucking
No,
alcohol.
actually,
and
I'm
shit. It fucks you
feeling
up.
my stomach's actually bothering me right now. But no, yeah, I'm gluten free, all that stuff. Can't really drink. I've been good for a while now, but I'm still on a basic diet. I gotta keep it all same foods pretty much.
Let me tell you something.
However, we do invite Pody out with us.
Yeah, you do.
We do
ask him to come places.
So one of these days, he may be feeling froggy and take us up.
Yeah, eventually he'll come out. But even though he's a hater, he's my number one hater, I truly believe. Anthony has been sick many times. He's my brother, for those of you who don't know. And when he does get sick, he's in the hospital for a fucking week at a time. And I literally will go there and just I get out of work at night or whatever the time is or was when I'd go. I just fucking sit there because I feel bad because he's fucking in the hospital.
And you guys just hate on each other the whole time?
Yeah,
they probably fight the whole time.
No,
Fuck you.
The last time we were watching, we watch sports mostly, and then I go home when I'm fucking ready to go to sleep, and then my parents will come back the next day and check on him, and then I'll come again at night again, and because who the fuck wants to be in the hospital by themselves for fucking days at a time? But yeah, Crohn's disease fucking sucks.
Can't eat, can't really drink for days on end.
Damn, that sucks. Brendan wants to know, totally random question for the whole table. What is everyone's favorite Olympic sport? Mine is speed skating. So impressive. I really don't watch the Olympics, but anything that has hot chicks in it, I really don't care about the competitiveness. I don't care about who wins what. I just want anything that has chicks in skimpy outfits, whether it's skating or whatever, fucking sign me up. Joe?
Swimming.
Pody?
Curling.
Curling?
You fucking serious?
Ooh.
No, not really. Speed walking.
Okay. Ray Worldwide. Favorite Olympic sport?
I'm an athlete, man. I don't really have a favorite. I kind of respect the Olympics as a whole, so I watch a little bit of everything. I don't really have a favorite.
Gotcha. Damian McCoy, this is the last one, guys. Damian McCoy says, who is each bro's favorite guest on the podcast? Damn, you're going to put us on the spot. And I'm assuming he means former guests that we had on the show. I think every one of our guests that we had did a really fucking good job. Probably, I will say the one for me, just for personal reasons, I would say Crowbar is my favorite. Just because I'm a huge wrestling fan. I was a huge Crowbar mark. Wrestling is in my blood. I would say definitely Crowbar. But they were all good. I can't say one. We never once had a guest leave and be like, yeah, they ain't coming back again. Fuck them. That sucked. But they were all good. But Crowbar probably so far has been my favorite. Joey Bags?
Jason Huge.
Oh, yeah, good
I was
one.
going to say
See, I'm thinking in guest studios.
No,
but
if you're talking guests only.
All around guests?
He's got a pretty good story. Guy, doesn't have much, becomes a bodybuilder, starts his own company, has a good family. Overall, an actual nice person if you meet him in person. So when he was on, he was really cool, and he talked about everything, and I thought it was the best one.
Yeah, Jason definitely. I was thinking more in studio guests, but yeah, I mean, Jason's the guy that pretty much changed this whole thing. So Jason definitely is up there. Pody, who is your favorite guest that we've had? Doesn't matter, in studio or Skype.
Crowbar was pretty good. I also liked Guy when we had Guy Cisternino in studio. That was a pretty good one.
Guy was a good guest. Guy's just one of the bros, man. It's when he was on, it wasn't like he was a guest. He was just there. One of the guys at the table. And that was actually, fun fact, I don't know if you guys could tell this or not, if you guys remember that episode, that's probably the third time I ever met Guy. I knew him from social media, and we go back, we comment on each other. And sometimes with social media, you go back and forth with people in the DM or comment on each other's shit, like each other's shit, whatever, that you feel like you've known them forever. So when they come here, it's not weird at all. You know what I mean?
You should have him back because when we spoke to him back, it was like a month or two before September. So basically the end of last. So it's been about a year.
Oh, he'll definitely come back. Sure.
He was talking about his comeback, and I don't know if you've seen pictures or videos of him recently.
No.
He is fucking jacked.
I saw him at the gym about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it was the same night that I posted the last Hater Dance video. Because I had that video in the bank. I filmed it the night before, and I had it all edited, ready to go. And I was at the gym with Guy, and that night I got home, and as soon as I got home, I uploaded the video, and his comment on that video was, "Dude, you were just in fucking sweatpants," and you know, he's like, "What, you Superman?"
You should ask him though if he wants to come back, because I'd like to hear his story about how he went from when we saw him injured to saying he's actually going to, get back into Olympia shape and whatnot, and get back on a stage, to how he somehow manifested that. Because I'm telling you right now, he's fucking huge right now.
Oh yeah,
he is
ginormous.
Huge, and I'd love to hear. I could use some motivation right now. So see if he wants to come back on.
All genetics, baby. All fucking genetics. Ray Worldwide, who's your favorite podcast guest that we've had?
Easy. Baddie XO.
Oh,
really?
The whole time I was staring at that thigh meat shit. That thigh was sticking out, and I was just licking my chops, boy.
Yeah, man.
She's been posting. I haven't looked very recently, but she's
a Scooby.
skimpier.
She's a Scooby.
She's been posting skimpier and skimpier photos.
Big shouts to the friend of the program, Baddie XO. She's a Scooby snap.
Speaking of guests, someone tagged us on Danny Coops this week.
Yeah, I seen it.
She did some photos, it seems, where she has zero clothes on, and I guess somebody.
She's doing nude modeling now.
Yeah, so someone had mentioned. I think they may have even DM'd me.
She's still with Jake.
Someone had DM'd me, I believe, and they said when she was on your show, she said she does bikini photos only. I guess that changed real quick.
Yeah, no, that's fucking.
Hey, whatever pays the bills.
Hey, you got to pay the bills, man. So I just popped back into the live stream right now. So I'd like to know, live stream, who was your favorite guest that we've had? And we've had good ones. We've had Brad from the Misfits. We've had Tank Sinatra, Guy Sisternino, Jamie Flowers, C3 Muscle, Max Powers, Danny Coops, Tony Mashalani. We've had some good ones, man. Who am I forgetting? Jason Ho, we said, of course. Baddie XO.
Do you remember any of the older ones that were like the Skype interviews? Or no?
Yeah, well, that was C3, Jamie, and Jason. I think were our 3 Skype interviews or guests, and then everybody else since then has been in studio.
Tony or
Tony. I said Tony. We had him. I actually asked him if earlier today if he had any extra supplements laying around. I need to get some shit. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, Brendan with a dono, he says, going down to St. Pete Beach for 4th of July weekend. Can't wait to look juicy and bag a nice hoe. That's my man, Brendan. Hey, when you're jacked and juicy, the hoes get loosey, especially on the beach. And we just have another dono that came in from our man, Damian McCoy. Damian says, was going through some old videos and found the one that brought me to the channel. When not to take pre-workout. Classic. Damn, that is an old-ass fucking YouTube video.
Do you remember that?
That was one of the original 4 YouTube-only videos. I didn't even post that on Instagram, Facebook, or anywhere.
Do you remember the one time we poured pre-workout on a treadmill?
Yes.
And you sat at the end of the treadmill and it just went all over your face?
And you had a heart attack laughing.
Yeah.
And that was the funniest part of the video.
And then we did another video in that same gym, and I was supposed to trip in the video, but I actually tripped and fucked up my leg. And the funny part of all that was your work gym.
Yeah, it was my work gym.
That's where he worked.
Shout out.
Fucking had pre-workout all over the place in the gym.
Shout out to my old job. So the live stream is chiming in. We get some Tony Mashalani, Baddie XO. They've all been good. C3 goes hard. MBJ, Max Powers. So it's a little. It's a lot of
different strokes. For
different strokes for different folks. I like that. So, speaking of different strokes for different folks, this would be a good time for me to chime in on my pet peeve segment of the week. I don't know if I'm going to do it every week, but my pet peeve, and it's just because I saw it tonight while I was at the gym. Guys, all right, oh man, this is this really makes me angry, and I don't want to get super angry. Motherfuckers, and this is the gym's fault, first of all. If you're a commercial gym, please, if you're a startup and you have this big dream of starting a commercial gym, like a Retro or an LA Fitness or whatever kind of gym that's out there, please do not have a punching bag on the main gym floor. My biggest pet peeve, or not my biggest, one of my pet peeves, just because it's fresh on my mind, I saw it tonight. In the new gym that I go to, they have a punching bag right in the middle of the gym floor. And, you know, it's off in this little turf area, so it's by itself, but it's still right in the middle of the gym. Motherfuckers that come in, they put their fucking boxing shorts on, like they're fucking Mike Tyson. They put on the wrist wraps. They got the gloves on, and they're fucking nailing away at this bag. I know it's good cardio. I get it. But they're fucking dodging themselves. They're dodging the bag, going back and forth, fucking sweating all over the fucking place. They got the goofy fucking wrestling shoes on. Another thing, too. If you're one of these motherfuckers that wears like those atomics to the gym, like wrestling shoes because you saw Kai Green doing it 20 years ago, you could suck my dick because that is corny as fuck. But anyway.
Sign up for like CKO. Like,
dude, yes. Go to a specific gym for that. Don't and I don't know if they do it to show off. I don't know if they do it for whatever reason, but you look like a fucking idiot. You're dodging a bag that's not punching you back.
And you typically don't look like a boxer, so that's what's even more embarrassing.
And you're you're fucking grunting all over the place. And again, grunting, you know, it's not Planet Fitness. You can do what you want. But dude, you look fucking ridiculous. Go to a gym where other people are doing that too. Not just you in the middle of the gym looking like a fucking clown show. So that is my pet peeve.
And 99% of the time, it's a guy who looks like he beats his wife. And he's practicing on the bag. And he just looks fucking ridiculous. Just sign up for the gyms that are only that. CKO. If you're familiar with that, that's a gym where you hit bags. I did it for 1 month, and I showed up 3 times, and then that was it, and I never did it again.
Yeah, it's too...
It's a good workout, but, like, you could do fucking workouts other ways. I just don't understand the point of it.
Go to a CKO. Ray Worldwide, what I said... How long are we into this podcast right now, Pody? Where are we at?
1 hour, 2 minutes.
Okay, so we're at the 1 hour mark. So, Ray Worldwide, I actually wanted to get to this segment much earlier in the podcast, but just because I was talking shit, it never happened. Ray Worldwide, do you have a baddie with a fatty this week?
For sure.
Okay. So, let's introduce this the way that it should. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the moment you've all been waiting for. Ray Worldwide's baddie with a fatty of the week.
Yeah, girl.
Take that shit. Take that long black dick.
Take these 6 nuts.
Oh! God damn it. You may have something for you guys this weekend. Me and Ray were talking some shit earlier. There might be some good shit coming.
Would that be a Patreon exclusive?
That's a Patreon exclusive, baby. You could sign up right now, patreon.com/RobertFrank615, goddammit.
If this dude has the balls to go through with the shit
it's not that I have balls, but it's gonna get done. It's just how do we get it done?
Well, I'm gonna be butt ass naked.
Oh.
Does it involve his wife? And you?
She doesn't know about this yet.
But listen, regardless of how it goes down, I'm gonna be butt ass naked.
Here's the thing, and you know the best way to do any of this stuff would be an AC, because that's when dumb shit happens.
Yeah.
And just wait till everybody's got a couple. You know, we pregame in the room a little bit.
Yeah.
If we ain't going out, we should catch an Uber around like 11:30, but let's start drinking around 10.
10:30, I would say.
Yeah,
I don't want to get too. That's one thing.
I'm
you guys
getting her drunk.
That way in the room, it's everyone's feeling good, and that's when you somehow get butt naked, and Rob's wife is somehow involved in this.
Yes, sir.
I just want to see how fucked up this live stream is. Live stream, if you guys are in here, I see there's a couple heads in here. I see the mods popping in. I see a bunch of people.
I still gotta read the baddie.
I know you gotta read the baddie, but I need to know one thing.
Okay.
Nah, you know what? That's crossing the line. We may get kicked off of fucking the platform. If you guys want to see, I want to see how fucked up you guys are. If you guys want to see Ray Worldwide bang my wife, let's hear it in the live stream. Live stream, let us know. Yes or no? Yes, he should do it because he's your bro. And no, he shouldn't do it because that is morally wrong. And I'm a married man and nobody should be touching my wife but myself. I just want to know how fucked up you guys are. So, Ray Worldwide, who's our baddie?
At least in the video, just dry hump. You don't have to get full blown naked and put it on her.
Like they do in the movies.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's doing it because he's an actor.
It's gonna put a sock on his cock. This is hard. This is my wife we're talking about. Oh, Jesus Christ. Damn, people are saying yes. Of course you guys are fucked up, man. This is my wife.
They signed up for Patreon because they're looking for nudity.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so this week's winner is going to be... Now, I want to preface it by saying this girl only has like one ass shot, but she's sexy.
I co-sign this,
she's
so
sexy.
You're okay. We're okay with it.
All right, so the Instagram handle is Morena22J. MORENA22J. Once again, Morena, MORENA22J. You're this week's Ray Vegas' Baddie with a Fatty of the Week. Make sure you reach out to me or one of the bros so you can claim your prize.
Now, Ray, I think in Espanol it is pronounced morena.
Morena.
Yeah, because that means brown or black or dark or something.
Well, that would be morena. Yeah,
morena. Morena. I'm showing a live stream. Pody, pop me on right there. I want to show the live stream.
Yes, sir.
That's her picture. She's kind of Kardashian-ish. I mean, in the features, long dark hair, very tan skin, beautiful eyes, and like Ray said, she only has one or two ass shots on her page. We scrolled through plenty of them. We get a nice thigh shot, which side butt and that thigh meat that Ray Worldwide loves. My wife's got plenty of that too, so yeah, stay away from my wife, man. We have a super chat coming in from Zia. Says, when are we getting your dad on the show, Rob? Oh yeah, Bob Colts, he's got to be a guest. We got to get him on one of these. We do this show so fucking late at night. He'll be nodding off by the hour mark. But yeah, we got to get Bob Colts on the show for sure.
This girl works at a gentleman's club.
Does she
wear that?
Yeah, Patterson. I see.
Wait,
really?
Patterson, New Jersey?
Yes, sir.
So why?
I'm just going to bring her the shirt.
Yeah, let's fucking go visit her.
Baddie with a Fatty live?
She wins, yeah. We'll do a little trade. I'll give you Baddie with a Fatty. You take me in the fucking, in the champagne room. And so, let me tell you, speaking of champagne room, do you guys remember Tony Starbucks, a.k.a. Tony Walker?
Yes, sir.
So, one of our guys from back in the day, he had this genius idea of going into the champagne room in Atlantic City. It was one of the gentlemen's clubs there. And he said, I have this great idea that I'm going to pay for a lap dance, $20, whatever it is, $25, whatever, however many songs you get for that amount. He said, but I'm already going to have a condom on my dick. And when we get in there, I'm going to have like $100 bill or something, like folded up in my hand. And as she's grinding on me and she starts to feel the sausage and, he'll do whatever. Because, at these places, they say that they don't fucking touch you or anything like that. They just rub up on you and grind on you. You know that they're touching your fucking dick.
Everybody has a friend.
Everybody's got a friend that had a friend.
Story.
Yes.
Whose something's gone down.
And we know one of our bros that has been at the round table of testosterone has had this little something happen recently.
And I have several friends that I've seen it happen.
So he says that what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the condom on. She's going to feel it. She's going to see it. I'm going to have a $100 bill in my hand. And he's just going to ask her, you just pretend you're dancing. Just fucking sit on it. And he went over this with her as she was convincing him to go into the champagne room. And he was like, listen, I'm going to do it, but here's the deal. Let's do this. She was down for it, 1,000,000%. Let's do it. So he goes back there, he pays $20, whatever. Now there's a security guard or bouncer or whatever that's usually standing at like the door of or at the entrance of, so they can keep an eye on what's going on. So if a girl gives a sign like, hey, they come and fucking toss the guy out. So he goes back there, he goes into the bathroom, he puts a condom on, and he goes into the champagne room, the song starts, she starts grinding on him, he starts getting hard, and he's got the money, and he goes, all right, it's time. So she goes, no, now's not the right time, So the song's going on, finally the bouncer, looks like he's not paying any attention. She goes to get on him. The bouncer turns around just at the minute that she's like about to sit on his fucking thing. He comes out, grabs Tony by the fucking neck of his shirt. His pants are down by his thighs. He's got a hard dick with a condom half on. He's getting thrown out of the fucking club.
Was I there this night?
Yes, you were there. Oh my God.
Was I out of order that night?
That was probably the night that you were out of order. But dude,
Quick story, I've been at a strip club with a group of friends and we all got kicked out because one member of the crew that night, rather than placing the money on the woman's lacing of her underwear, decided to attempt to place it inside of her. And we got kicked out, of course, because she said, what the fuck are you doing? That's a dirty, disgusting bill that you're trying to put inside of me. So we all got kicked out because that one individual decided to get a little risky.
Someone says, yeah, it's okay for you to do it, Ray, as long as you bust 6 nuts. Fucked up, man. It's so fucked up. So we got our baddie with the fatty of the week. That's Morena J, 22 something or other.
Morena 22J.
Morena 22J. So you were this week's baddie with a fatty. We may make a pit stop down in Paterson, New Jersey, and come see you perform one of these nights. And maybe we could do a little baddie with a fatty tank for Beach, a little exchange. Maybe not. Anyway. Before we get to Joey Bag of Donuts, a quick little segment tonight just to find out how he's been doing. He is looking a little slimmer. Let's get to our sports minute. I know you're probably going to touch on this, but the David Ortiz thing, how is he doing? Is he in good condition right now? He's in stable?
He is now that he got the fuck out of DR.
Oh, yeah. That was some fucking Godfather shit, man.
Hell yeah. They put a hit out on his ass.
So what do we got this week in sports, Pody?
Okay, we're about less than 5 minutes away from crowning a new champion in the NHL Stanley Cup Finals, Game 7. The St. Louis Blues on the road in Boston right now, up 4-0.
Wow.
The game is virtually over. They're going to have an empty net the rest of the way.
You know what?
It's over.
I'm tired of fucking Boston.
Oh, absolutely.
Fuck them.
Absolutely. So, yeah, we touched on the David Ortiz thing just to give some details. There's some wild accusations, some weird stories surfacing. Nothing has been legitimized, but I did happen to hear on the radio earlier in the week that there was a hit put out on him. That is confirmed. It was $8,000. The price came out today. There was an earlier report, $400,000. No, they did it for $8,000. It was a group of 5 individuals. There was a dude on a motorcycle that they caught, which was the alleged shooter. He fell off the motorcycle and they caught up to him. But yeah, $8,000. Apparently one of the rumors, that I don't know how true this is or not, but Ortiz was banging some drug lord's wife.
Ooh, yeah,
so,
you don't want to do that.
No, that's a good way to get yourself shot.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, hopefully he's doing well now. I think he's up and he's been walking. He's in stable condition. He has since flown back. Medevaced his ass back to Boston like the next night. We've got the U.S. women's national team. I touched on this on my podcast, This Week in Sports, on Friday. The Women's World Cup is officially underway. And unlike the men, because our U.S. men absolutely fucking suck, the women are dominant. And yesterday was no different. They faced off against Thailand, set a record, won 13-0.
Holy shit.
In a fucking soccer game.
Wow.
I mean, they put the hurt on them. So, yeah, they're, of course, one of the favorites to win it all.
I saw some criticism that...
they ran up the score.
They ran up the score and they were still celebrating.
But that's important, though, to score as many goals. The goal differential.
I mean, when you're scoring that many goals, it ain't going to even fucking matter
for the
group stage.
You got 4 years
until
the next one. Fucking crush everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
And celebrate and send their ass home.
100%. Also, let's talk a little NBA Finals. Kevin Durant came back in Game 5. It was an unfortunate comeback. He ruptured his Achilles, had surgery today, put out a post on IG. I don't know if anyone saw it, but he's going to be out for the next year. Sorry, Knicks fans. You might have to wait.
Are you kidding me?
What?
He's out next year?
Yes, he ruptured his Achilles.
Shit. I didn't know. This is news to me.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
He's totally done. He forced it back, and they said this was a possibility that he could rupture the Achilles, and it happened. It didn't look bad. It looked like he just stepped wrong, but yeah, now he's out. Luckily for the Warriors, they somehow managed to hold on, 106-105.
That was a great game.
It was a great game. Game 6 will be tomorrow night, so look forward to that. Hopefully Golden State can force a Game 7. And last two things, we got the U.S. Open that starts tomorrow at Pebble Beach. See if Phil Mickelson can get that elusive U.S. Open victory. Tiger, we'll see which Tiger shows up.
Dude, I've been to Pebble Beach 3 times. That course is
I need to get
gorgeous.
there. I know. And last thing, the Oakland Raiders, it's been officially announced they will be featured on this year's season of Hard Knocks. So that's going to be some fun stuff to watch.
All right, good shit, man. Thank you, Pody. Again, you guys can watch or listen to the Pody's podcast over on iTunes.
We're on 12 platforms officially.
12 platforms, wow. So one thing that someone brought up is it good to be on a lot of platforms, or is it better to be like a Joe Rogan where you're only available on one platform, where you funnel people to one spot so you know where your audience is coming from, what's working, what's not, you get the feedback from one place.
A great question, and the answer I will give is this. The main platform would be, of course, iTunes, Apple Podcasts app. Well, not everybody has an iPhone.
Right.
And people listen on all sorts of different devices, Androids, Google Pixels, whatever, you name it. So yes, you do want to be on multiple platforms because I'm seeing it constantly in the App Store, wherever, advertisements. There's new podcasting apps popping up left and right, and people find a new one that they like, and they gravitate towards that. So yeah, you want to be on multiple different platforms because at the end of the day, I do believe your overall listener numbers all trickle in from all these different platforms. And
it would be the equivalent of saying, should I open a bakery in one city and have everyone in New York City be so excited that the bakery's there? Or would I rather have fucking 20 of them all over the country, and then they're not all as busy as in New York City, but now I got 20 fucking bakeries? Like, you don't need to just see that large number. You need to know that there's a whole bunch of numbers all over the place, and ultimately they add up to a larger number.
Yeah. Our last week's episode where we had MBJ on the show was our second highest rated YouTube live stream numbers that we've done. Danny Coops, when we had her as a guest, because I'm sure everybody wanted to see her booty, that's our number one. That one broke 4,000 views on YouTube, and YouTube usually has a hard time breaking 1,500. But MBJ's episode is up to, I think, around 3,500, and that's only 7 days old. So that one is doing very well.
And your Facebook snippets, I believe, do well.
Oh, the Facebook is almost at 90,000 views, last week's little snippet that I did for just to advertise the show and make sure that people know. Because a lot of people don't know that we do this show. They're hardcore fans. They watch every video. They double tap. They like. They comment. They watch all the stories. They have no idea we do a podcast.
Yeah, we have to do, as we've been doing. You just keep chipping away.
Yeah.
And we do it because we love it. And, we got the 3 of us now. We have people that are on here and there. And we enjoy it. Again, 3 people could listen and I'd still show up every week. Because the way to get everyone together, see how shit's going down. We plan other types of things. And other people enjoy it. If we help one person... I helped a guy at work today break up with his girlfriend, and I can't tell you how happy I am about that. Good. Because he was getting treated like dog shit, and he didn't even realize it. And I just kept explaining to him some of the signs that he's seeing. So, if we can help fucking one person, then good. But the reality is, 90,000 people see a snippet, and that's 2 fucking Yankee stadiums. It's a lot of fucking people.
I don't know. We might have a bad track record because we haven't even been able to help you.
What is that supposed to be? The gym? Fuck
Yeah,
you.
everything.
Like I said, you'll see. You'll get the first point when I fucking do my pose.
Zia with a $5 dono says, Ray, when are you going to get your Vegas title back from that Italian Mamoni? Vinny Bag of Chips, more like Vinny Bag of Dicks. Damn!
This September,
Why's the guy
right?
do Vinny like that, man? We miss Vinny on the show. Can I say this before you answer? Vinny was a great, with a capital G, co-host. He had great stories. He was always chipper, ready to go. Always, and the stories that he can't tell are his best. So if he does that well, telling the stories that he can tell, we miss fucking.
Maybe we have him on as a
man.
guest. Maybe we have him come on masked or something.
Ooh, that would be a good idea. I mean, we have had a masked guest before.
We have.
Yeah.
We never actually even talk about it.
Kodak Jacked was a guest.
Maybe we see if he's willing to come back.
Yeah, come back for an episode. So, Ray, when are you going to get your title back, bro?
I will forever be Ray Vegas.
Damn.
I got nothing else to prove, brother. You know my track record speaks for itself. So for everybody out there, Rob knows, he can attest to it. I'm the original Savage.
Have you or have you not had a fat ass Colombian snort coke off your penis? All right. No.
That makes me less of a savage?
All right. Anyway. Yeah, Joey Bags, how you doing, man? How you doing with the diet, man? How many weeks away are we? How many days away are we? How many seconds away are we?
So I know I'm about 71 days away from my cruise, which is where I want to be at the 200-pound mark. So I got about 2 months to lose 50 pounds from my original start date, which was a week and a half ago. Starting at 250 pounds is where I was at. So first I want to admit something to everybody, and I admitted this to Rob recently. About 3 months or so ago, I started to diet. I started eating chicken thighs, and I've been talking about this diet. And I'd come on the show, and I would tell everybody that, I'm losing weight, and then I got into the 230s and whatnot. Well, the reality is that actually never happened. What really happened was I was eating the chicken thighs. I was doing the diet. But I was also still doing my regular habits. Every Wednesday I'd leave here and I'd have White Castle. I would eat dog shit on the weekends. I would drink a lot of alcohol. And I never got under 245 pounds, ever. So I just lied and said I was in the 230s.
You lied to the millions and millions.
It wasn't so much to the people listening that I lied to. It was you guys, because I felt embarrassed that I kept talking about it and I kept telling them I never did shit. So first and foremost, I want to come out and say that I never lost any weight. So here we go now. I make this decision where I say I'm going to do this bodybuilding show. I'm 250 pounds as of a week and a half ago, last Sunday. So it's been about 10 days basically as of today. Now 250, yeah. Which is my max. I mean, I was sitting at that basically. So anyway, 250 pounds. I start this diet. Rob and I take these progress photos, which is just the day one photos. I was mortified looking at them, and I began the diet. We are now, like I said, about 10 days in. I am still doing the diet. I am only drinking water. I currently have a water in front of me. I mentioned earlier how I've been switching it up with the box drinks and everything. The diet is going very well as well. I'm allotted one cheat meal per week. Last week I had sushi, and this week I had pizza. And now I can't have another cheat meal until next week. I weighed myself yesterday morning, and I am 239 pounds.
Nice.
So I've lost 11 pounds so far in about 10 days, which is pretty good. And this time I'm not lying. I've documented every meal that has gone in my body over the last 10 days in the MyFitnessPal app. I got the paid version of it because I want to track all my carbs. My diet coach today actually told me she needs pictures again this Saturday, so I figured after AC, I'll go to the gym Friday night in AC. I'll go again Saturday morning, and I'll take some photos down there.
I think we should get a group lift on Friday.
Yeah, for sure.
In the hotel.
And then I'm going to send updated photos. So I am taking this very seriously. I have, like I said, 71 days before I go on vacation on a cruise. A lot of people think that's where you eat like shit, but there's plenty of healthy options on a cruise ship. So Rob's done it many times. They have all your regular foods, your salads, your chicken, your hamburger meat. You can avoid a lot of the shit. And I don't ever buy the drink package, so I don't intend on drinking alcohol on the cruise. I'm going with my wife, so realistically, I don't need to fucking get drunk. I'm with her. So I want to be under 200 pounds for this cruise so I can feel comfortable with my shirt off and feel confident. I'll have lost at that point. The goal is to have lost 50 pounds by then. And like I said, I'm down 11 as of right now. After I get back from that cruise, I'm going to have to redo the diet because then the next section leads up to going to this show, which is in November.
You will look sick and frail if you lost 50 pounds.
Yeah.
That's like my normal weight is, I've always been 195 to 205. Any photo that any of you guys have ever said I look good in. Rob just mentioned it before the show. He said, look at this photo 2 years ago.
You can't walk around at 200 pounds saying, another one. You can't do it.
And I don't want to because I'm so fucking tired of the DJ Khaled references. It's just like, I want to look good. I want to shave my face and have a chiseled fucking chin. So I am going to do this show. This is a real, and so far progress. I'm still on the diet. I'm doing great. And everything is working out really well. I've lost 11 pounds, which I'm kind of concerned about, honestly, because 11 pounds in 10 days makes me want, like, I don't want
to
have,
have
like
30 pounds of water.
I just don't want to lose. I don't want to, like, have, like, stretch marks. Like, if you lose, like, you know how if you lose too much weight too fast? So I'm going to keep track of it, but it's going amazing, and I am so happy. With my work environment changed a lot, so that's really helping with being able to actually follow this diet. And there's going to be a lot of people who are real pissed off when I'm jacked and fucking tan and shredded. Because I'm going to literally be jacked and tan. Because I'm going to get fucking a spray tan so you see exactly every muscle in my body.
One of the podcast reviews that was a 5-star that I didn't read said, but I read it earlier today, said, these guys are great. This is coming in from Washington State. Says, let's get it, let's go. 5 stars. These guys are great. Joey Bag of Donuts is hilarious with his day one turnarounds with weight loss. Thanks for the entertainment, fellas. So, yeah, day one was 10 days ago, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're good.
But
there's no more day ones.
The thing is, I've had so many day ones. It's just like the Pody sits here and he goes, he's still telling me this is just one of many day ones because he doesn't believe that I'll do it.
You just told us you've been lying to us for how long? How are we going to believe a goddamn word you say? I'm bringing a scale next week. How about that?
That'll work. We can do that. We can
Joey's
do a little live.
weigh-in.
Yeah, we can do
Damian McCoy says, Joe may actually weigh less than I do at this point. Wow. Ooh. Okay. So Damian must be 240 plus because Joey Bag
get off
is
the couch, you fat shit.
Hey. Damian is a God Amongst Men member on Patreon. We don't treat those motherfuckers like that,
I was gonna
okay?
say, that's what I've been hearing all this time, so now I can finally say it to somebody else. But, yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not impressed with 10 days, to be honest with you. I'm not going to be impressed until I see in the mirror, I see that change, and I don't think that's going to come until I'm down probably closer to 30 to the 40-pound mark. Until I lose that weight, I won't be able to tell.
Let me tell you guys something very interesting as we wrap this bad boy up. Okay, so for the past... Oh, C3 Muscle in the house. What's up, C3? So... For the past, I would say, week, or maybe more than a week, every time that I've gone to the gym, I have not been able to feel any sort of pump whatsoever. You know that burning sensation you get when you're squeezing out an extra rep or 2 reps, 3 reps, whatever? I'm not getting that, ever. And I'm wondering, I'm taking the L-arginine, I'm taking the pumped products, I'm taking everything. I'm like, why am I not getting it? I'm taking one of these little pills that I got from a guy that knew somebody that really makes you fucking, like, your shit is 3 reps in, you're dying, like, because the pump is so ridiculous. And I'm getting nothing. And I'm wondering why. And it's because I changed something up. My shoulder has been killing me so bad. My bad shoulder has been so bad that in order for me to go to the gym and go to sleep at night, I've had to take an 800 milligram Motrin, or ibuprofen. It's not really Motrin. It's whatever my wife gets. 800 milligrams, and I'm putting a 500 milligram aspirin on top of that. So I got 1,300 milligrams of like pain numbing medication going through my body. That's probably why I'm not feeling that like lactic acid buildup as I'm doing these reps. And I'm getting zero pump, and I'm feeling just like so flat at the gym. But it's the only way that I could get through a workout, because as we know, I'm not getting any kind of surgery anytime soon. I'm not doing any of that shit. So it really fucking sucks that that's what I have to go through just to go to sleep. And laying in my bed fucking kills me. And laying on the couch, which is like it's like my couch isn't the softest like couch. That's a little bit better for my shoulder, I feel like, because I'm not like sinking into the bed. My bed is basically a fucking water bed with this mattress that we have. I don't even know how much we fucking paid for it, but it's like one of those mattresses that fucking like you sink into the fucking bed and you fall asleep instantly. But I just wake up a million times because my shoulder fucking sucks. So let me get to a couple super chats and then we'll wrap this bad boy up. We'll put a big bow on it. Damian McCoy says, Joe, I'm 6 feet tall. I'm a bit heavy, not fat. So Joe is what?
Well, I'm only fucking with you anyway.
Yeah, 5'9", 5'10", Joe?
I'm 5'9". Yeah, so 5'9".
We sure that's not a lie either?
Yeah, we know how fucking tall I am, scumbag. 250, 5'9", 250 is what I was. But my sitting weight normally, was always about 195 to 205. So I want to get back to that. But when I was always at that weight, I was never shredded. I always went to the gym and I looked good. I looked like I exercised, but I was never bodybuilder fit. So I want to have, abs and the Jesus abs, the fucking striations or whatever the fuck you call it, the whole 9 yards. So that's my goal, to get to that weight I always was, but absolutely shredded.
Zia says, before I go into work, it's all love. I miss Vinny. So, yeah, we all miss Vinny. And I just caught a comment from Zach G. says, does Ray find your mattress comfortable? Fuck, man. This is the worst. So, anyway, guys, just to wrap this bad boy up, HQ2 Club in Ocean, Atlantic City this weekend, Friday night. The bros, the hoes will all be there at approximately 11:30 midnight. Eastern Standard Time over in Atlantic City. If you are within a 2-hour drive and you have that disposable income where you could drop a couple $100 on a room and you want to go out and have a good time, bring your bros, bring your hoes, bring your side piece, bring whoever the fuck you want. Come and fucking hang out. I cannot promise again that I will be able to do a shot with you, but Ray Worldwide is not turning down any shots that night.
And also shoot me a DM if any of you bros able to make the trip out there.
Yeah, just so we
drop us a DM so we can kind of give a heads up.
And just be careful, because if you are gonna bring some females, some of the members of our crew we cannot control, and they will try to Mr. Steal your girl.
Yeah,
so be careful.
That's true. Especially, if your girl's got a big butt and she's hot,
and
chances
it's
are,
alcohol and it's Atlantic City, these people are ruthless.
Yeah. Chances are I'm banging her. So, guys, this has been episode 63 of the Glorious House of Gains podcast. People want me to do an extra podcast a week. Can you believe that? There's not that much to talk about. I feel like tonight we didn't have like a really thorough agenda today, but I think we made it work. Really, not much going on this week. But anyway, we did it. Episode 63. For Ray Worldwide, for Becky the Love Doll, for the Pody, for Joey MPC, this is Robert Frank. We are signing out.